Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Season 2, Week 9 of the DC Sports Digest. Another interesting week of DC Sports because, it's always interesting. So without further ado, let's get started with the Nationals who actually signed a player. Signed pitcher Mike Soroka. He's been a starting pitcher and reliever. He started off his career really well, just had some injury issues. And it's a cheap deal, so I guess there's no risk to it, but still, this is all we spend. That's just kind of ridiculous. One of the options we're looking at, Christian Walker, just signed $20 million. Our most expensive deal since 2020 was $10 million. So it's just kind of ridiculous. It doesn't seem like that much to spend for a 3-year, $60 million deal. That doesn't seem that crazy to do and get a player like that, but apparently we couldn't do it. So hopefully we can sign another bat, but we signed a low-risk pitcher, so it can't hurt us. So that's my thoughts on it. That's all from the Nats. On to the Wizards. They did win a game this week again. They beat the Hornets, lost to the Celtics. I really wish I had more comments to the Wizards, but I need to watch them more, but obviously it's hard to watch them. But had a lot of high-flying dunks in that win. Had some posters from Valanciunas and Bilal. Well, not Bilal, Alex Starr. And I'm going to get to Bilal, who had just an amazing dunk, great alley from Jordan Poole. Just got everyone hyped. And we were able to close out a win. Still been some trade rumors. I think they've been in talks with the Nuggets about some trades. So we'll see what happens with that. But no concrete news yet, so I didn't want to talk about it too much. But at least wanted to mention it. And coming up this week, we have games against the Bucks and Thunder, who are just playing the NBA Cup final. Then the Hornets again to close out the week. So that's all for the Wizards. On the Caps, did not have the best week, but they're still not in a terrible spot. I think they are second in the Metro Division by a point or something. They beat the Sabres, but lost to the Stars and Blackhawks, and they did not play great against the Sabres, got the win. Didn't play great against the Blackhawks, and lost like you'd expect. Pretty good game against the Stars, but we could not get a win there, unfortunately. But the really positive news is Obius Aina returned very soon. He just got into an actual contact jersey at practice, literally today, I think. And he is looking to return after a holiday break. They have, after these games, it's the Hurricanes, Kings, and Bruins. They have about maybe 4 or 5 day break, and then after that, he is going to hopefully return, which is great to see. Hopefully, he is ready. I would assume he's ready if he's in non-contact jersey. So, as long as he's ready and not going to get hurt again, then I think we'll be good and hopefully get back to some winning. So that's all for the Caps. On to the Commanders, a lot to talk about with them. They eked out a win against the Saints 2019. Doing a great job defending that 2-point conversion at the end, but the Saints were just kept in the game way too long, had a lot of penalties. Jaden and Terry had a lot of missed opportunities, but they did have a good connection, obviously 2 touchdowns, and Terry had 70 yards, so that was solid. Jaden was also sacked 8 times, unfortunately. That was flashbacks to last year. Kind of honestly for the same reasons, because a lot of it was on, some of it was him, some was on the O-line. Also, we didn't have Tyler Biotis, who had an illness, so that definitely made a difference, and he'll be back next game. But Jaden still had a really solid game. Obviously, Terry did too. And although we should have ended the game way earlier, it should have been 27-13. It wasn't, and we ended up being a 4th and 3. The Saints got a first down, and the refs decided to stop the clock for some reason for multiple seconds, and it almost cost us the game, which was really stupid. The refs literally said it was a mistake, but they couldn't review it, unfortunately. Luckily, our defense was good enough to stop that 2-point conversion. We were able to figure them out there, which was great. And we went on to 9-5. If you see down to the bottom right, it might be a little hard to see, but we can clinch a playoff berth against the Eagles. It's obviously going to be tough. We have to beat them. And then we also need to hope for a Falcons loss and a Seahawks or a Rams loss. So that's pretty unlikely. The Seahawks are the most likely ones to lose playing the Vikings, but the Falcons play the Giants, and the Rams play the Jets. So those are both winnable games for them, unfortunately. Most likely we'll clinch against the Falcons. Before we get to the Falcons, I want to talk about injury updates. The first one, surprising one, is that Jonathan Allen could potentially make a comeback, and it seems like he will because he's limited in practice. It's really interesting. There are a couple guys this year in the NFL who they supposedly had season-ending injuries, but then things just look to be turned out better for them. So they came back, and if they're okay, that's good. So he was ruled out against the Eagles today, but he should hopefully be able to come back against the Falcons and the Cowboys. So that would be great. Also, Zach Ertz and Jeremy Chin are progressing well after concussions. They are questionable, so definitely surprising, but good to see a quick recovery for them. Hopefully they'll both be okay. And now we'll get to some Falcons updates. The game got flexed to Sunday Night Football, and also Kirk Cousins got benched, so we won't be seeing Kirk Cousins. And also that's the game I'm going to, so I'll announce it now. I'll have a game vlog for that. It'll be definitely maybe cold, but I'll definitely be excited to go to that game. It's going to be a big one because most likely we're not clinching playoffs this week, but the week after against the Falcons, so we'll see. But this week of the game is the Eagles. If we want any chance at winning the NFC East, which is not going to happen, we have to win. If we lose, it's already over. But yeah, it'd be nice to get a win against the Eagles, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be a tough one, but it's going to be close, so we'll see. Yeah, that's all I have for the Commanders. On other DC sports news, just have some stadium updates. RFK Bill there's a lot of drama with that, but now is in limbo of happening. At the moment, it's just kind of frustrating. Don't really want to get into too many specifics, but yeah, kind of frustrating. Also have new Capital One Arena renderings out. I think they are planning to do some major renovations and just stay at this location for foreseeable future, at least 20, 30 more years. So hopefully these renovations work out, and obviously this picture is beautiful. If it turns out like that, that'll be amazing. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And now my weekly awards. I'm just going to give a duo of the week because although they missed on multiple opportunities, both their numbers should be a lot higher. They both ended up with really solid games. And yeah, you still can't really complain. We got a win, luckily. A win is a win. My team of the week, I wasn't really sure. I know it's kind of stupid just to do it based on the Wizards winning one game, but they won a game, so can't complain about that either. And yeah, that's all I have this week. Forgot to mention at the beginning, but I'm just putting this out tonight because I am just have some plans tomorrow, so I thought it'd be easier to do it tonight. Obviously, squeeze it in before the Caps game, which is starting pretty soon. But I was able to squeeze it in, so hope it's not too much of an issue. Not gonna change too many things, I don't think. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the game vlog against the Falcons. Bye.